This is Mary, Mother of God, and we're going to spend the next almost 2 hours together speaking about Jesus's mom. And I say mom because we should have the same sort of approach to her. I mean, she is our mother. She's our mommy. She is the one who comes and intercedes for us and takes care of us. And my prayer has always been, Mary, wrap us all up in your mantle. You know, that beautiful figure of protection and of nurturing. So we're here to talk about Mary, the Mother of God. We entitled this talk, Mary, Mother of God, because this is probably the most important title that she is known by. We're going to throw some words at you during this time. And I'm just going to, this is not the definitive teaching on anything. All I'm going to do is just offer some reflections and some ideas that the church has in her 2,000-year-old history been able to distill about the Mother of God. We're going to base ourselves on Scripture. We're going to base ourselves on magisterial teaching and, of course, on sacred tradition. So that's kind of where we're going to go. But I don't, this is not going to be the definitive talk on Mary, also because we don't have a lot of time. But I just wanted to kind of begin at the beginning. Who was Mary in her earthly life? Anybody been to Nazareth? I know some of you have, right? Nazareth. Nazareth is a Galilean hill town, and to this day, it's still there, and it's nestled kind of in the hills. And actually, there are those who say that when Jesus spoke about the city upon the hill, he was referring to Nazareth, because when you approach Nazareth, you kind of see that it's kind of right there, city on the hill, pretty available, pretty visible from far away. So Mary was a girl growing up in the village of Nazareth. And her name in Hebrew is Mariam, or Miriam, okay? And we derive, of course, our translation of Mary from the Latin Maria, and the Greek too, Maria, okay? So she was the daughter of Joachim and Anna, and we know that. The only way we know that is through sacred tradition, right? We know that because we have traditions of the church that tell us that her parents lived in this village. Now, there's all kinds of other stuff that we may know about Mary as a child and as a young lady and the parents and all that stuff, but that's all sort of legend in a certain way. Pious legends about things that happened to her. The presentation of Mary, for instance. There's a presentation of Jesus that we know from the Scriptures, but the presentation of Mary is something we know from tradition. So we're going to try and kind of climb into the mindset of this young woman. We know because of the fact that she was betrothed by the time the angel came to her and announced that she was going to, asked her permission to be the mother of the Lord, that she was betrothed. And that would have placed her between 12, 14, perhaps 16, but probably around 14. So what today we would call a child, right? But Mary was a woman at that time, okay? And the angel appears, and we're going to kind of unpack through Scripture and through the various sources that we're going to hit her response and what makes her Mary.